Our trauma module contains a stepless presentation of orthopedic trauma cases, allowing a learner to explore and experience the use of tools to resolve a series of orthopedic trauma cases. Within our trauma module, we have a C-arm ready to go that a user can take x-rays with and be presented with images on the panels and monitors to the side. A user can also grab and remove the distal radius in this case, which is fractured, in order to visualize it in 3D space and get a better sense of what they will be attempting to repair with a series of K-wires. This PowerPoint presentation is put up on the board for anyone in the room to be able to see and read. You can see there's also video.
Production for containing pinning and a distal radius.
As this is a stepless procedure, a user is allowed to place K-wires as they see fit. They'll take a K-wire, insert it into the distal radius, and try to drill the K-wire through at an appropriate angle. They can take x-rays throughout the procedure to view their trajectory and see if they are pinning this in an appropriate space. Users are provided final metrics at the conclusion of the case. This allows them to complete the case at their own pace, and then after the fact, visualize how they've done with our key metrics provided. As an example here, I've done a poor job of placing my second K-wire. It doesn't pass through or across the fracture, and this is an unstable K-wire placement. But allowing myself to fail and get that feedback is going to help me to grow as a learner. I can do this repeated over and over again to gain more confidence and understanding of how I need to orient my K-wire in 3D space. This is coupled with our fluoroscopy that shows my K-wires are not in a good position, and I can understand what this is actually showcasing by holding it directly up to the monitor and seeing that exact visualization in 3D. There are also a series of controls that allow me to see this in other ways. I can turn the skin off and visualize what's going on with the bones themselves. As I move my face closer to this, I can get a close-up view of what I'm actually doing. This is helpful because it keeps the orientation in alignment with the other pieces of anatomy to showcase what it is that I'm doing, while retaining the ability to remove the bones. Lastly, at the conclusion of the case, I'm presented with metrics. I will be given a precision score based on how well I've accomplished the task at hand. This is going to track the time it took me to do the procedure, the number of x-rays I took during, how well I placed my K-wires, and importantly, on the two panels that follow, the actual examples of how I've done my K-wire placement. You can see my first K-wire placement's not too bad. I'm 9 millimeters from the ideal entry point and 7 from the exit point. The external length of my K-wire is 8 millimeters. However, my second K-wire that I've placed was pretty far off. It was almost 2 centimeters from the ideal entry and 2.5 from the ideal exit point. The external length is 37 millimeters, and the angle was invalid because it did not cross the fracture. If I pull this out, you can see this for yourself. I didn't cross the fracture here, and it's telling me as such. I can learn from this and do better next time. Building upon skills by repeat performance and deliberate practice helps me as a learner to better build my set of